Good afternoon and welcome to everyone for the start of a truly historic moment for all of us in the LGBT business community, the city of Houston, the state of Texas, and the country. And we are thrilled that you could be here with us. My name is Jonathan Lovitz. My pronouns are he, him, and his, and I'm the Senior Vice President of the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce, the business voice of the LGBT community, and the proud partner now to the city of Houston, to the greater Houston LGBT Chamber of Commerce, and the community writ large throughout the Texas and Houston region, bringing economic opportunity to the LGBT community, which of course also means women, people of color, those with disabilities, immigrants, veterans, etc., truly underscoring that we are rising all boats together by ensuring that they are tied together and working together like never before. A few notes for everyone that we are streaming live on Facebook and recording, so this can be shared in the future. And social media information is available to share all the excitement about today, as well as our official press release, which is going live at the completion of today's program, nglcc.org/Houston. Follow along, share this great information. This program only works when we all participate and spread the word so that more creates more creates more. To kick us off and really get this program started, it is my tremendous privilege and honor to introduce the Honorable Sylvester Turner, the mayor of the city of Houston, the man of the hour, who has done so much for our community already and is now making sure that the American dream is open to every American who lives in Houston. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Jonathan, and thank you, man, for a very gracious introduction. Hey, good morning and good afternoon to the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce, NGLCC, joining us from the East Coast. It is a pleasure to be with you all today as we come together for this historic moment in the city of Houston. With the signing of this executive order, Houston will be the first city in Texas and the largest in the region to create an initiative that ensures the fair and equal inclusion of LGBT-owned businesses and contracting and procurement opportunities throughout the city. LGBT business enterprises certified by the NGLCC will be included in the city's certified firm directory, and we will intentionally, and I underscore that word, intentionally, partner with the NGLCC and the Greater Houston LGBT Chamber of Commerce to ensure everyone in the LGBT community has increased awareness and access to all business development, financial assistance, and entrepreneurship programs offered by the city of Houston. This initiative is a win for our city in so many ways. An increase in supplier diversity in Houston ultimately saves taxpayers dollars. Greater diversity creates greater competition, which drive bid prices down, and in turn, lower prices mean major taxpayer savings. LGBT businesses also contribute over $1.7 trillion to the US economy, and they are a significant contributor to Houston's economic growth, including in the creation of jobs. Today formalizes our commitment to advancing success of LGBT-owned businesses in our city. In fact, we have a thriving local LGBT chamber led by the wonderful Tammy Wallace, a friend who is their founder and CEO. Tammy also served on my inaugural LGBTQ advisory board, and I know firsthand that she has worked tirelessly to help bring LGBT certification to Houston. In fact, Tammy, I can remember a couple of years ago when we initiated this conversation. And today, to be here today where we are, I cannot be more thrilled about turning those words into actions. And let me thank you, Tammy, for your incredible leadership. Just last week, I had the pleasure of presenting a proclamation to Tammy in celebration of the Greater Houston LGBT Chamber's 5th anniversary. Tammy got this chamber off the ground in a record 2 months, and in the following 5 years, despite floods, hurricanes, a pandemic, and the recent winter storm, the Chamber has stayed the course in serving its members. Tammy will be working with the City of Houston's Office of Business Opportunity to implement the initiatives set forth in this executive order and in making sure the LGBTQ community continues to build a strong network of business allies and strategic partnerships. This is only the beginning, and I want to underscore it. It's not the end. This is only the beginning, and I truly look forward to greater things ahead for our city's LGBTQ community. And I also want to acknowledge and thank Marsha Murray, Director of the Office of Business Opportunity, for working with Tammy and others to make this happen. Look, we pride ourselves on being the most diverse city in the United States of America, but diversity doesn't mean much if you don't talk about inclusion as well. So this is an acknowledgement of diversity, but it's also an action step when it comes to inclusivity in the city of Houston. And quite frankly, I don't want us to follow. I want Houston to lead the way. And now it's my privilege to introduce the OBO director, someone who I've gained more and more respect for and appreciation for every single day. And that's the OBO director, Marsha E. Murray.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for the introduction, and thank you for your continued support. The City of Houston's Office of Business Opportunity has always been committed to cultivating a diverse and competitive economic environment for all business owners in our community. The city's Minority Women and Small Business Enterprise Program has long provided the framework for the inclusion of historically underutilized businesses in city procurement. Today, we're expanding our commitment to inclusivity. Going forward, LGBT business enterprises will have a place and will be seen in the city's certified firm directory. In partnerships with the organizations here today, we'll work to spread awareness and offer assistance about the city's procurement and certification process to Houston LGBT community. Regardless of certification, LGBT business owners can also come to OBO for a host of business development programs, whether they're aspiring entrepreneurs with just an idea or have many years of experience in the industries they serve. Our office also provides many support programs, from business counseling to legal assistance, networking events, educational webinars, capacity building, and mentoring programs. All of our programming is free and is available for all. OBO is especially proud to be a champion for this executive order, and we are eager to strengthen our relationship with the Greater Houston LGBT Chamber and the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce. As Mayor Turner said, this is only the beginning. It is truly a privilege to be a steward of this history-making initiative. We look forward to our enhanced partnership as we blaze a trail for inclusivity in the state of Texas. I would like to take a moment to thank the OBO team members who've been working behind the scenes to realize this initiative. Our Assistant Director, Lala Morris, our Certification Division Manager, Tim Warren, our staff analysts, Katrina Williams, and of course, our External Affairs Manager, Pearl Cajales. Thank you all for your hard work on this. I'll now turn it over to you, Tammy.
Well, thank you, Director Murray, for that. And Mayor Turner, let me just say, thank you for your tremendous leadership, your commitment to LGBTQ inclusion, and your advocacy on behalf of the LGBTQ business community. As we have been on this journey toward inclusion of the LGBTBE certification, I have to say, and talking about Director Murray, your team has been remarkable. From your staff in the mayor's office to Director Murray and the team at the Office of Business Opportunity, it has been clear that this is not just a directive under your leadership, but every individual involved has been committed to supporting and including the LGBTQ business community every step of the way. So I have to say, Mayor, you sure do know how to build a great team. And this process certainly has proven that out. And I want to give a huge shout out to Councilmember Abby Kamen for her tremendous advocacy and support on this journey. We are so grateful. And you mentioned it, Mayor, with the launch of the chamber, we celebrated 5 years ago. We set out with co-founder Gary Wood, we set out to make sure that the LGBTQ business community has a voice and a seat at the table. And some told us, look, it's going to take time, be patient, you'll get there. Others told us there's other chambers that have been at this far longer and just have not achieved this milestone. But we have. And we know every city is different, but Mayor, I know you know it, Houston, when we put our mind to something, we get it done. And especially when it means ensuring that everyone has a seat at the table. I knew when you were elected in 2015 that you would be the mayor that would get this done. You made commitments to the LGBTQ community, and I knew you intended on keeping them. And I remember thinking, we have to be the first city in Texas. And here we are today, making history as the first city in Texas, the most diverse city in the country to include LGBTQ businesses and City of Houston contracting and procurement, and ensuring that they have access to resources to help their businesses grow and thrive. It's a historic announcement on any measure, and certainly another step towards LGBTQ economic inclusion. And for those business owners, those LGBTQ business owners who are listening, I know it's a challenge, not just because of the pandemic, the disasters we face, or just the overall challenges of running a business, but because of the challenges you have faced all of your lives, whether being shamed for who you are or who you love, to staying in the closet, fearful you would lose clients or customers and ultimately your livelihoods. I want you to know the Chamber is working every day, and this announcement today is indicative, to advocate for you so you no longer have to live in fear. So you can be your true and authentic selves in business, because when you walk through the door and every part of who you are you are on with every part of who you are, it makes a difference. And it makes a difference to our city and our economy. Today, I want you to know you are seen, you are heard, and you are valued. And I want to just give a huge, huge thank you to our amazing members, because we wouldn't be here today without them. Our board, again, Gary Wood, our chamber co-founder, because without their support, today just does not happen. The success we've seen over 5 years does not happen. To our international partners joining us on the call today, His Majesty's Consul General Richard Hyde with the British Consulate and Consul General Alicia Kerber with the Mexican Consulate, thank you for your support. To our chamber corporate partners who have helped us over the past 5 years, and those joining us today, including Comcast, Shell, and United, thank you for your dedication to an inclusive supply chain and your unwavering support of the Chamber and the LGBTQ business community. And to our partners at the NGLCC, we want to say thank you to Justin Nelson, Chance Mitchell, who you'll hear from shortly, Jonathan Lovitz, and the NGLCC team for your partnership. We celebrate with you today and express our gratitude for all you do to advocate at the national level for the LGBTQ business community. And to the leadership of the Houston GLBT Political Caucus and Mayor Turner's LGBTQ Advisory Board, who worked with the Chamber to help us raise awareness of the certification, we are honored to stand with you today. Mayor Turner, again, thank you. Thank you for making history today for the LGBTQ community in Houston. Your decision, your leadership will change lives in Houston and beyond, there is no doubt. If there is one thing we've learned all these years of supporting LGBTQ businesses, it's that success inspires more success. And we believe, Mayor Turner, your decision will inspire fellow mayors across Texas to recognize LGBTQ businesses. You've sent a strong message that our great city is open to all, including LGBTQ-owned businesses. And your historic decision is another reminder that the time for LGBTQ equality is now. If we can do this in the heart of Texas, it speaks volumes. We look forward to collaborating with the City of Houston and partnering with the Office of Business Opportunity to do great things. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Tammy. As always, just extraordinary to see you and the community thriving in Houston. Congratulations to you on 5 years of success at the Chamber. And now we're going to turn this over to who this is really about, the extraordinary LGBT business owners who are going to thrive under this program, who are also, just like me, wiping away tears right now because this is such an exciting moment. So please welcome Marilyn Jordan and Naomi Skay Scales, managing partners of Marfran Cleaning, an extraordinary certified LGBT owned company in the greater Houston area. And we hope very soon a major provider of goods and services to the great city of Houston. Marilyn and Naomi, welcome. We're so grateful to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Jonathan. Thank you, thank you. I'm Marilyn Jordan, my business partner, Naomi Scales. We're the owners of Marfran Cleaning, LLC. We are a full-service janitorial lawn care, landscaping, and general contracting company. We want to first thank Tammy Wallace, co-founder, president, and CEO of the Greater Houston LGBT Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, Justin Nelson, co-founder and president of the NGLCC, the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce, the business voice of the LGBT community. And a huge, huge thank you to the Honorable Mayor Turner for making this historic milestone possible. As the LGBTQ entrepreneurs, this executive order is bigger than policies and programs. It's opportunity and the potential of economic growth. There's so many challenges business owners face. When you include marginalized people, be it women, people of color, or LGBT, bringing them to the table and exercising inclusiveness, you are saying to others that this is important to the process, important for acceptance. What this executive and this type of with this executive order and this type of legislation says is if you want to do business with the city of Houston, you must be willing to see and accept all of us. What it says to the LGBTQ community is that we don't have to force fit into a group that does not address our authenticity. This is a huge benefit for the city because you're not just getting the skill sets and the expertise of these intelligent and creative business owners within the LGBTQBE organization. You are also saying, when I get that business, I get the totality of it. Doing that means that there is no reluctancy in giving their all, no fear to come to the forefront with their wife, with their husband, with their family. Small business is about family and the families they employ. And when you allow people to openly, without fear, be who they are, you get the best of that person and of that business. You get a high level of comfortability and confidence when you can be authentic with no reluctancy. On a more personal note, this is important to our family. Marfran Cleaning, as a 15-year family business, 5 years as an inaugural certified member of the LGBT business enterprise. This is huge. This is history. It's a legacy, and this milestone brings about total acceptance and freedom for us and many of our constituents. When we bring forward our daughters and our sons-in-laws, it is a total investment, much more than just a company. We're giving you a piece of us. When you get a business that is totally invested in their company, they have a total investment in their customer. The many challenges we have faced as business owners and as individuals have all revolved around us not being who we are, out of fear of rejection. Those moments of apprehension in choosing our transparency in order to prevent losing the network or even the possibility of halting a business deal is intimidating and a heavy burden to carry as a business owner. And I say again, thank you to Mayor Sylvester Turner and all his team that made this possible. Thank you for his leadership, your guidance, and your total commitment to inclusiveness, as well as your continued efforts to make the city of Houston the shining star of Texas. Thank you.
Marilyn, Naomi, thank you so much for that, for being with us. And will you stop making everybody cry, please?
I know, I'm so sorry.
Today.
Horrible.
This is what it's all about. And thank you so much for talking about the importance of family, because that is who we're fighting for, the chance to be ourselves and celebrate this community and this family that does take care of one another. And we're so grateful for our allies like Mayor Turner, Director Murray, and everyone at OBO who's standing with us. It's now very much my pleasure to introduce my colleague, the CEO and co-founder of the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce, the business certifying partner to the city of Houston, and perhaps most importantly, a Texan himself, Chance Mitchell.
Oh, thank you, Jonathan, and good morning, everyone. On behalf of the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce and the 1.4 million business owners we represent, and the more than 1.7 trillion we add to the US economy every year, I want to say thank you to Mayor Turner for your leadership on this issue and to your staff for leading the charge with our colleagues. I also want to give a special thanks to Director Murray and the Houston Office of Business Opportunity, as well as the community advocacy groups that stood with us at NGLCC's advocacy team, led by our Senior Vice President, Jonathan Lovitz. And of course, a special thanks to Tammy Wallace and her team at the Houston LGBT Chamber of Commerce. And as the mayor and others have indicated, they're celebrating their 5th anniversary with this historic milestone. So congratulations. Houston joins over 20 cities and states from New York to Los Angeles to Chicago to Miami and Louisville, Kentucky, who believe, as you do, and we do at the NGLCC, that you can't have true equality without economic equality. With the signing of this bill, Houston becomes the first city in Texas to declare you are open for business with the LGBT community and all communities. As Jonathan mentioned, I was born and raised in West Texas, and still my family lives there. It's something that's obviously a great and wonderful state, and this is also very important for me, so I'm going to try not to tear up. But I honestly don't think in my wildest dreams growing up that I would have seen anything like this or taken part in such a historic moment. I think the ripple effects of this change is going to be monumental and even go beyond the borders of our great state of Texas. And so this is really a proud and incredible day for us all. I do want to reiterate that this is for all of our diverse communities in Houston. Sometimes there's a misconception that including LGBT-owned businesses or those of any other diverse community is that someone else's opportunity decreases as a result, but that's simply not the case. No one loses when everyone is given a fair opportunity to participate. And thanks to the mayor and the city commissioners, we will soon have a chance to do better for all of us. As we're all recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic, many both physically and economically, we have to be sure that resources, capital, training, and contracts are available to everyone. Today, we affirm that in Houston, they always will be, and hopefully we can all celebrate in person again soon and share many success stories. So again, thank you, Mayor, our outstanding local chamber, and to all of you who fought for this important moment of inclusion. The best days for our country and our economy are ahead of us because we choose to be inclusive and collaborative here today. So thank you all so much.
Thank you, Chance, and a big thank you as well to our co-founder and president, Justin Nelson, to the entire team. We've got many friends and colleagues from Team NGLCC on the line with us today, and this is all one big collaborative effort, and we're so thankful for your leadership in getting us this far, and this will not stop in Houston. This is going to continue, as you said, to be a ripple effect throughout the country. But it all starts with the stroke of a pen. And now, Mayor Turner, if you would do us the incredible honor of signing this executive order into law and declaring Houston open for business with the LGBT community.
And Jonathan, I am doing that as we speak. And today is March the 4th?
Yes, sir.
2021. And this executive order is now signed.
Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are so grateful and honored to have you standing with us as an incredible ally. Tammy, will you stop crying? You're going to get the... This is an emotional day for all of us. This is so exciting.
Thank you, Mayor.
Mr. Mayor, we are so grateful for your leadership. Director Murray, thank you for helping us every step of the way. Your team has been incredible. To the suppliers, the business owners, the corporate partners, every single person who has stood with us on this journey. Thank you for helping us make history. I'm going to share our screen one more time so that everyone can find the information to follow up. Help us share this great news. The city will be putting out a press release as well as the NGLCC, which is now live at nglcc.org/Houston. Share this information on Twitter. Help us get the word out. The last thing we want this to be is a best kept secret. So we are all going to be the generation that sees the last of the firsts. And it's important that we all come together to make sure that we are getting ready to help the next generation of LGBTQ business owners and business owners from every community succeed. So to Mayor Turner, to Tammy, to everyone in Houston joining us, and those all over the country who tuned in today, thank you for making history. We are so, so grateful. And with that, we'll conclude our ceremony today. To members of the press, please feel free to follow up at press@nglcc.org. We'll loop in the team from Houston and around the country to help provide assets to you. And to anyone looking to get certified, please check out the Greater Houston LGBT Chamber of Commerce website and become a member, get certified, and help grow our community's business success. We can't do it without you. So from all of us at the national, local chambers of commerce, the mayor's office, thank you and have a great, safe weekend ahead.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor.